So now will be on stage Kyle that will explain us how to monetize email marketing in all the niche. Thank you, Kyle, to be here.
Thanks.
So we were in Toronto, when? Last week?
Yeah, last week.
Last week. So
All around the world.
Welcome to Milan. Wait.
All right, so hi everyone. Welcome to Affiliate Expo Milan. I'm Kyle, and I'm here today to talk about how to monetize email data in any niche. So a little bit about me to start. I'm Canadian, and yes, a lot of the stereotypes about us Canadians are true. We love our maple syrup. We drink it instead of coffee every morning. We have pet beavers instead of your traditional pet dog or cat. And we learn how to skate before learning how to walk. That last part is actually somewhat true. And I did do my best at making it as a hockey player. But although my dating profile says I'm 5'10", I'm actually 5'9", and hockey players are pretty much built like trees. So unfortunately, I had to take the route of becoming a marketer instead. Currently, I'm head of marketing at Digistore24, one of the largest affiliate marketplaces in the world. I've also generated well over 8 figures of revenue, all through email as an affiliate and working as a list manager with a lot of the top neutral advertisers in the direct response space. And just last year, we sent almost 1.5 billion emails. So just to say, I definitely know a thing or two when it comes to email. And my goal today is really to provide as much email knowledge to you guys as possible. I have quite a lot of content to go over, so let's get right into it. So first, why email, right? Why should you even collect email? To start, email is one of the oldest forms of digital communication. Literally every year, my clients tell me, hey, is email going to die? I feel like it's dying out, yet it continues to still perform very well. So it's definitely very time-tested and proven. The biggest thing with email is you own the data 100%, meaning you can remarket, you can resell to these people literally every day until they unsubscribe. And if you're selling a product, you've worked so hard to make that first sale. So why wouldn't you then make back-end revenue to afford higher CPAs when doing advertising, to pay out bigger commissions to affiliates, right? And compared to other channels, the cost of email is very, very low. It's a much more personal and intimate way of selling. So for example, let's say I had issues in the bedroom with my male performance. I probably don't want to click on an ad or search on Google, but if I get an email about that product, I'm much more likely to buy. It's a lot more discreet. There's way less tracking hurdles, way less tech hurdles, way less compliance hurdles. And again, you own the data, so you can remarket to them, resell to them again and again and again. So first, how to collect emails, right? There's a lot of ways where you can collect emails. Of course, you can sell a product, and then you have a buyer's list. Buyer's lists are the most profitable kind of email list that you can have. You can have a simple opt-in page. Ebooks work really well. You can give a free gift like a meal plan. You can have a low-ticket offer. Quiz funnels work very well. So coming from the US, Nutra is really big, and so I'm going to use diabetes as an example throughout the presentation. So you can have a quiz around, let's say, the best and worst foods for diabetics, but people have to give the email in order to receive those quiz results. You can have a really good blog and SEO and gate your content. So really, there's a lot of different ways that you can collect emails. One thing I know Florin mentioned, at least in Italy or in Europe, not everyone is collecting emails, and people might be scared to ask for emails on the order form. So one really big tip, take a screenshot of this if you're a vendor and not collecting emails now, is don't just ask for email or don't just ask for email address, but give a reason as to why you're asking for people's emails. So for example, email address required for order confirmation, email required for shipping updates. This is going to boost conversions a ton. And if you frame it like this, I wouldn't have any concern asking for emails now if you're not already. And so throughout my presentation, I really want to give a lot of actionable insights. I don't want to just give a bunch of generic kind of info. And so I thought of a few funnels that would work well with the crowd today. So if you're doing COD, cash on delivery, to be honest, it was the first time I heard of it was a couple months ago from Florin. But my thought of a funnel to collect emails if you're doing COD is if you're collecting phone numbers, opt them into SMS, send them a message to say, hey, here's your order confirmation. And as a free bonus today, we have a diabetes ebook for you. Push people to a simple opt-in page, and all of a sudden you're collecting emails without affecting your sales process, your order form conversions at all. And if you're an affiliate, you can also collect emails. A lot of affiliates think that they can't do email marketing. And I know that there's a lot of amazing media buyers here probably in this room today and at the conference. And so Facebook Instant Forms is really amazing. I was working with a super affiliate. He was spending 100K a day, and he wasn't collecting emails. So we used Facebook Instant Forms. So this is a type of ad on Meta, of course. And before a user goes to the landing page after they click on an ad, you can ask for someone's email address. This is probably the best way to scale building an email list. The pro is Facebook wants you to stay on their platform, use all their features, so the cost should be low. The only, I guess, negative part is, although it's great that Facebook will autofill the field, if you're like me, maybe you created your Facebook account when you were 9 years old, and maybe your email is kyleloveshockey@hotmail.com. I'm probably not checking that email anymore, so unfortunately the quality of traffic is hit or miss. But a really great thing here is based on the industry we're in, we could give some really cool messaging as to why you're asking for someone's email here. It could be, do you qualify for this offer? Or if anyone knows aggressive VSLs, use the messaging a lot of, hey, this video might go down. Give me your email address so I can ensure that you get that video. So this is a really cool strategy to use. And another strategy is what I call the everyone quiz funnel. So everyone does funnels for quizzes like diabetes or weight loss, but what I've never seen tested is having a more general angle. So doing, let's say, a general health quiz, and then from there you push people to diabetes, to weight loss, to vision. And then from there you're building all of these super segmented lists. You can also send them an affiliate offer at the end of the quiz. And because you're going more general, the ad cost should be cheaper than, let's say, targeting specifically diabetics or people with hearing issues, let's say. So next up in my presentation, I really want to talk about general best practices. So the first thing, and kind of what I was trying to convince you guys at the beginning, is ask for it. So ask for people's emails, but then show up. Actually send people these emails. A lot of people come to me and they're like, hey, I have a 1 million-person email list, but I've never emailed them before, which really bobbles my mind, right? If you're asking for people's emails, actually send them emails, because probably your competition is going to be sending them. So you're losing out on a ton of money there. Make sure there's something in it for them, so always give a lot of value. Make it really easy. So I don't know if anyone's heard of the Homer Simpson rule, but the Homer Simpson rule in marketing is make it so easy that Homer Simpson can do whatever the intended action is. So if Homer Simpson couldn't sign up to your email list, it's probably a little bit too complicated. So keep it really easy. Proper timing is everything. Going back to the quiz example, if you don't send them the quiz result right away, engagement is going to be lower. People do 1 million things in a day. They might even forget that they took that quiz online. So timing is everything. And make it really clear, why is that email coming from you? And I'll talk about that a little bit later on. And tied to best practices is really the welcome series. So this is like the foundation of building a house. If you have a bad welcome series, you probably won't be able to do good email marketing. So the first thing is build good deliverability from the ground up. If you have low opens, low click, spam complaints from the start, no one's going to receive your emails after the welcome series because your deliverability is going to be poor right after that. You really want to, during the welcome series, build trust, build a relationship, give value. So you have 365 days in a year to sell. So don't sell in those first few welcome series, right? It's all about really getting that connection, building their trust, and then it'll be a lot easier to sell to them in the future. And really get to know your buyer. So this is a great time to really uncover other problems they have, other interests of theirs, so you can market and sell to them really effectively after the welcome series is done. So pro tip, so it's cool, I already see a lot of people taking pictures and stuff like that, but if you're not paying attention and you see pro tip, it's probably a little bit important. So personas, it's really great to use a persona and to introduce that persona in the welcome series. So let's say in the Digistore welcome series, we might have emails come from Francis, our CEO, myself, head of marketing. You might want to create a fake persona. Females work really well. I worked with a few big email marketers in the States, and they tested like 100 different from names, and Sarah was the best from name. Basically, why you should use a persona, it's a lot easier to build trust one-on-one as opposed to brand to person. And if your competition is not doing this, it's a way to differentiate yourself from the competition. And allow people to unsubscribe. Especially in 2024, you have to make it really easy for people to unsubscribe. And unsubscribes, it's kind of a myth in that it'll hurt your deliverability. Unless you have like millions of people unsubscribing, it's not the end of the world. Spam complaints will kill you. Unsubscribes, unfortunately, not everyone's going to want to receive your emails, and that's perfectly okay. All right, so get to know your buyers. This is really, really key, and you can do this in the welcome series. So for me, you really want to try and uncover what problems do they face, what other things are they interested in. So especially if you're an affiliate, you can know what affiliate offers you're going to start with. This helps build trust. It allows you to do better segmentation because you know more about these subscribers. And again, it just really equips you with more ammo to sell and market to them effectively. And to be honest, I've seen all these different expensive tools used, but I've used SurveyMonkey. I think it was free because I was only having a couple hundred people fill out the survey, and that worked super well for me to, again, understand the demographic, male, female, or I guess in 2024, other, what problems do they face, what other kind of interests do they have. All right, email deliverability. I can honestly have an entire presentation on deliverability. Biggest thing in 2024, you have to have proper tech setup. So DKIM, DMARC, SPF. This is basically making sure that others can't spoof your brand. Unfortunately, a lot of affiliates, they'll pretend to be your brand, and this is a way to kind of fight against that. You want to do segmentation, so don't just send to the full list. Let's say your target benchmark is 35% open rate. Find what's that default segment going to be for you. Maybe that'll be 30-day openers, and have that as kind of your main segment that you use. Look at data by ISP. This is huge, and honestly, some of the top list managers, even in the US, who do manage 50 email lists, don't do this. So what this means is, if I asked you, hey, is 35% a good open rate? You'd probably say, yeah, that's pretty solid. But if I look at by ISP, which is internet service provider, so Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, you might see Hotmail has a 40% open rate. Yahoo has 45% open rate. Comcast, 42% open rate. Gmail is actually a 20% open rate. So there's a clear inboxing issue with Gmail, and all of a sudden you've uncovered, let's say, an issue or even an opportunity where if you can improve the Gmail inboxing, you could get way more opens, clicks, and revenue. So that's really, really important. Again, 2024, you have to have one-click unsubscribes. Spam complaint, you have to be below 0.3%. And a big thing if you're sending affiliate offers is you can't send the exact creative that an affiliate manager sends to you. Basically, Gmail will do something called fingerprinting. So even if it's the first time that you send this offer, if other mailers have sent that offer and that creative and their audience has complained about it, they're going to say, hey, this is spam. I'm going to put this in the spam folder. So that's really important. You have to change around 40% of the copy. Pro tip, this is a little gray kind of hat tool that we use. So we had copy at the top of our emails, and the link says that people are reporting spam. It actually just led to people unsubscribing. So this is a little gray hack technique. I would probably take this screenshot and steal this from us. And also ask for people to reply. So Gmail, they want to see engagement, and replies are the ultimate form of engagement. A lot of cool strategies that you can do here. You can offer a free ebook and say, hey, reply with the word ebook if you're interested, and have an automated email get sent to them right away. Another thing that you can do is in the Digistore Welcome series, we say, hey, this is Francis, CEO of Digistore. We're super excited for you to start your affiliate marketing journey. I really want to know, like, what are your goals with the platform? What do you want to achieve at Digistore? Reply and let me know. And also, you're 10 times more likely to achieve your goals if you have it written down. So this is an amazing way for us. We get tons of replies in one of the first Welcome Series emails, and it gets us really good deliverability right away. I want to talk about content a little bit. So in terms of subject lines, the way to write really good subject lines is ask yourself, what's the goal, right? The goal is to get someone to open. So curiosity invoking subject lines work really well. You might want to call out an audience, like affiliate semicolon, 5 ways to improve your Facebook ads. Or have it personal, Kyle, 5 ways to improve your Facebook ads. You don't always have to, let's say, cap the letter of every first word. We're not in like English grammar class. Like you can do different stuff that's going to be a pattern interrupt. Questions work really well, especially for compliance. So if you ask, can this one herb cure my diabetes overnight? Because you're asking a question, it kind of makes it a little bit more compliant. Listicles work really well, 4 ways to lower your blood sugar overnight. Pattern interrupts work really well. The best subject line for one of the biggest mailing companies in the US was cashews. It was a complete mistake, and it ended up being their top subject line because it's curiosity invoking. So sometimes you just want to test and kind of see what works for your list. Same thing for creatives. A big misconception is people think they have to sell in the creative, but it's kind of a continuation of the subject line. It's getting someone curious enough to now click through. So that's a big misconception. Just have the email creative be, curiosity invoking. You have a landing page that's that's optimized to convert to sell. So don't try and sell in the creative. But at the end of the day, test, 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 and test again. I know it's cheesy, but even myself, I don't test nearly enough. And even if I think I know everything when it comes to email marketing, I definitely don't, and the data is definitely not going to lie. AI, I don't want to talk about AI too much, but of course AI is really amazing for creating personas and then making sure that the copy that's written kind of fits that persona and fits that tone and is consistent. Of course, it's amazing for writing variations of copy, so find subject lines, creatives that are really proven and have it write variations. See a creative you like from the industry and have it rewrite it for your industry. And last slide before we talk about monetization tips is the key metrics to analyze. So of course, there's open rate, click rate, EPC, which is earnings per click, which is great. But for me, the end-all, be-all is revenue per campaign. EPC is great, but if you're getting 10 clicks versus 100 clicks, right, it might not be fully telling. Versus for me, if the revenue is better than my average revenue per campaign, that for me is a winner. And now finally, 3 ways to make a lot of money with email. So there's a lot of different strategies, but I want to cover the 3 ones that I think are the most effective. And so the first is if you have a brand, if you sell a product. Of course, email is not only great to teach people how to use your product, but it's great to sell more of that product. So in the diabetes example, let's say someone is subscribing for 3 bottles, and that's 3 months supply. Set up an automated email after that 3 months to get them to re-up again. Upsell and cross-sell other products that you have. Do JVs, so you can do an email swap. So let's say there's someone in the crowd here that has another diabetes product. I can send your product to my list. You send my product to your list. All of a sudden, you're getting more traffic and customers and not really any additional cost. And a big thing is a lot of clients that I work with, they say, Kyle, I only have one product, right? So I can't really do that strategy. But now it's 2024. We can really easily create new products, right? I know Ship Offers is in the room today. They do on-demand supplement manufacturing. They do on-demand fulfillment. And so you can easily speak to your list and say, okay, what other issues do you face? Maybe if it's a male performance list, maybe a lot of older men are suffering from hair loss. So all of a sudden, you can use Ship Offers to create that product, and then you can build a really simple landing page to sell that product. You don't really have to, spend $50,000 on a VSL because your email has a lot of trust with you, and hopefully you've built that trust properly. So once you have a product from your ecosystem to sell, they're going to be a lot more likely to buy. Third-party offers. So of course, affiliate offers work amazingly well. There's so many different offers that work well on email, especially since email, we're often going after an older demographic. I would always start with offers from the same niche. So if it's diabetes, are there other diabetes products that can accelerate their results, right? A lot of diabetes people are unfortunately overweight, so you might want to send them weight loss products. You might want to uncover, again, other interests of theirs. Maybe you find a lot of them are pet owners. And if you're like me, I'll spend a stupid amount of money on pets, on my pets. So really uncover the different problems and then see what affiliate offers can be a solution to that problem or match their interests. I'd always start with proven offers, so start with offers that are working well with other mailers, but I wouldn't shy away from testing new offers, especially if it's from a proven vendor. If you have a diabetes list, those people probably still have diabetes, and so if you have a new solution to sell to them, that offer can go crazy, and you can really strike while the iron's hot. Tests from different affiliate networks. Right, I might be a bit biased, but Digistore, we often convert higher when it comes to certain types of offers. So just like you would test an offer, a creative, test offers from different networks, because sometimes you'll get higher conversions. Look at the metrics, look at VSL, TSL, the content, and see if it's something that can sell well. Usually VSLs tend to work a lot better, though, on email traffic. And then lastly, duplicate lists. So this is the main strategy that I wanted to talk about. I was actually going to have the entire presentation around this strategy, but Florin really wanted me to cover kind of more general marketing. But this is the strategy that I've personally used to generate almost 8 figures per year for our clients. So basically, let's say you have a product that's called Gluco10. You're opting buyers into a Gluco10 email list, and you're going to mail from that brand. We're just optimizing those same buyers into a second list. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new domain that's going to resonate, so maybe a diabetes blog, and we're actually going to mail to your buyers completely separate on the side, with a brand new sending domain, brand new IP. So we're basically doubling your real estate, doubling your revenue potential. And here the welcome series is really important. So it's going to be a little bit different than the welcome series of, let's say, the Gluco10 brand. But basically, you don't have to mention Gluco10, but you want to mention why are these people receiving your email. So you want to have the email go out right away and say, hey, welcome to the diabetes news community. You're receiving this email because you purchased a diabetes product from Digistore, and as a bonus, you're getting added to this community. We're going to teach you different products, different tips, tricks, content to help you fight your diabetes, to help you live a healthier, happier life. That first email, I would always give a free gift, so give a diabetes ebook, give a free meal plan. You can create that all with AI right now, so it's super easy. Again, build trust, build relationship, have amazing blog content for emails, let's say 2, 3, 4. And then email 5 is kind of where I would send that survey to really uncover, okay, outside of diabetes, right, is this list more male, is it more female? What other issues do they face? Maybe you see that they have issues with memory loss, with hearing. Set expectations, and again, after this, the strategy is pretty simple. You're gonna send affiliate offers, you're gonna start with daily campaigns. Eventually, we actually do 2 campaigns a day, but we keep the nighttime segment to be a kind of tighter segment. And again, all of a sudden, you already know all the different products that they're interested in. You've already built trust, so now you're just gonna send different affiliate offers, test proven offers, new offers, different niches, test different creatives, and all of a sudden you have a second list that you can monetize, and it's pure profit. So it's kind of, I don't know, fun money, let's say. So yeah, I actually went through this quite quick, so that's the end of my talk. I know there was some people taking screenshots, but I was going pretty quick, so you should be able to download the presentation with that QR code. I'll stay here after if you guys have any questions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully I convinced you guys to do email marketing, and hopefully I gave you guys and yeah, hopefully I gave you guys some interesting insights to improve your performance. And yeah, thank you so much.